I shall wear a crown. I shall wear a crown. This song. Okay, I love the songs that I add to the video. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, please follow me now. It's at Andromeda Cook Studio. And you can also go to my website to check out my artwork at andromedacookstudio.com. So here I am back again, reading another story that I created and posted on my TikTok. And I'm doing this for all of my followers on TikTok who has been asking me to read these stories. Now, I'm not a public speaker. I don't normally do all of this, but I'm doing this for y'all because y'all been showing me so much love on my TikTok. And yeah, here I am, being pushed out of my comfort zone. But let me read this story for y'all. I hope y'all enjoy it. So relax, sit back, get comfortable, and listen to my storytelling. I'm a storyteller now. I'm an artist slash storyteller. Check me out. Check with my crown. All right. All right, so the title is The Woman Who Spoke Up and Heaven Answered. Oh, it's in heaven listened. But of course, heaven answered too. God answered their prayers. God stepped in and was like, what my girls want? I got you. I'm gonna speak to Moses real quick. Let me just read y'all the story. All right, so it says, let me tell y'all about a powerful moment in biblical history, one that doesn't get highlighted enough, but speaks directly to the strength, faith, and spiritual authority of women. It's the story of 5 African Israelite sisters named Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah, known as the daughters of Zelophehad. These women were descendants of the tribe of Manasseh, which came from Joseph. Yes, the Joseph with the coat of many colors. Y'all know about Joseph and the brothers. They threw him in the pit, did him dirty. Y'all know about Joseph. Okay. So Joseph had married an Egyptian woman named Asenath. So their descendants were of Afro-Israelite lineage. These women were born into covenant blood, but they were living in a culture where women had little to no legal rights. When their father Zelophehad died in the wilderness before the Israelites entered the promised land, the land allotments were about to be distributed to male heirs only. But Zelophehad had no sons, only daughters, which meant their father's name would disappear and they would receive nothing. Now, watch this. Instead of staying silent or bitter, these women came boldly before Moses, Eleazar the priest, the leaders, and the entire assembly. Imagine that. 5 women standing in front of a council of men saying, why should our father's name disappear from his clan because he has no sons? Like, that doesn't add up. It don't make any sense. Give us property among our father's relatives. That was unheard of. Women didn't make legal demands back then. But here's where it gets even more powerful. Moses didn't dismiss them. Instead, he took their case straight to God. And God responded directly, saying, the daughters of Zelophehad are right. Then he gave a new law through Moses that permanently changed the inheritance rights for women throughout all of Israel. Because of their courage, strength, and faith, they didn't just receive what was rightfully theirs, they helped rewrite history. Later in Joshua 17:3-6, when the land was finally divided, the daughters showed up again, bold, organized, and ready to receive their portions, just as God had promised. The end. I know this is short. I added more to it. I put, why am I sharing this with you? These women were just like many of us, strong, overlooked, but not noticed. They stood together, they honored their lineage, and God Himself backed them up. Yes, He did. Yes, He did. This story reminds us that your voice matters, your spiritual inheritance cannot be denied, and that God will confirm what is just, even when culture says otherwise. And then I added an affirmation. I normally add an affirmation at the end of all of my stories. That's why I love my content on my TikTok. That's why you got to follow it. But the affirmation that I added here says, I stand in truth and heaven confirms it. So when I write these affirmations, in my mind, I be picturing my readers in my community, the people that's reading these stories. I be picturing y'all putting your hand over your heart and y'all be looking at your phones or your computers or your iPads, whatever, and you actually say it out loud because I put the speaking out loud emoji on it. Can you see it? The speaking out loud emoji. So I be picturing y'all putting your hand over your heart and then y'all just saying the affirmation out loud. I stand in my truth and heaven confirms it. I stand in my truth. Look at my crown. I stand in my truth and heaven confirms it. I stand in my truth and heaven confirms it. Doesn't it feel good to say that out loud? It does. I stand in my truth and heaven confirms it. Mm. Let this be a reminder. You do not have to shrink. You do not have to fight dirty. You just have to stand in righteousness together and trust that God will speak on your behalf. And that's what they did. They stood in righteousness, they stood together, and they let God do the speaking on their behalf. They didn't have to get nasty, they didn't have to argue, they didn't have to fight, they didn't have to act all ratchet or anything. It was like, okay, God got us. God got us. And what happened? God showed up, said something to Moses, and was like, listen, they're right. They are right. Give my girls what they deserve. Give them what's rightfully theirs. And that's what happened. So, yes, I love this story because a lot of people don't talk about it. It's not, I never heard of these women before. I never heard of the Zelophehad sisters. I never heard of Zelophehad. So, this is another good story from the Bible. I was digging. I was looking for a story that most people didn't like read about or most people didn't come across. I wanted something fresh and exciting and new. And there's so many stories in the Bible that a lot of people didn't hear about. So yes, go to my page because I got all of the juicy stories on there. Again, my website is andromedaclickstudio.com. I'm an artist from Philly, a mom to a beautiful 7-year-old boy who I love with all my heart. We homeschool. I homeschool him. I homeschool. I'm gonna give a shout out to my mom too because my mom, she has been helping out. She is like the GOAT. She is like the best grandmom of all time. So I'm gonna give a shout out to her. Dad, you cool too. Dad, you be helping out. You good too. And yeah. But oh yeah, look at my nose. Did I add there's a girl um who I be giving a shout out to on my page. Like whenever I create my characters, I can't think of her name right now. What's her name? It's crazy because I just talked to her today too. They said, hold up, my video about to cut off. My video's blasting for 10 minutes. What is my sister's name? Dang. I be saying Nels inspired by Jericho Rose. This video about to cut off in 2 minutes. Nels inspired by Jericho Rose. Jericho Rose, thank you, girl. You hooked me up with these nails. These are like press on nails. And they the bomb. So go to jerichorose.com and buy these nails. They're gonna save you a lot of money.